channel. As I always say, if this is the first time you're coming on here, I just want you to know this is a reaction channel. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. If this is not your first time here, man, I'm thrilled to be sharing the latest Jamaican headlines with you guys, straight from the heart of the Caribbean. And as we are gonna mix it up with some humor, some personal stories, and a dash of truth juice to keep things real and keep you engaged. So grab that cold red stripe beer or a cup of ackee and saltfish, and let's dive right in. Today we are gonna tackle some of the hottest topic, making waves in Jamaica, politics to entertainment, and even some of the quick whatever things that's going on now, quick and you know what, quick and hot. And but before, let me ask you, have you ever tried to explain Jamaican culture to someone who has never experienced it before? It's like trying to describe a flavor of jerk chicken to someone who's never tasted it. It's a vibe, it's a feel, it's a way of life, and that's what we're going to celebrate here on this channel. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the mix. Now, let's get to the headlines. We have got a packed show for you today with stories about the latest development in Jamaica regarding the politics and the crime and maybe even some corruption. You never know what you're going to get when you come on here and listen to my video. So first up, let's talk about the big headlines that's been on. Jamaica's murder rate has dropped by a staggering 42%. Yeah, you heard me right. Last week we recorded just over 20 murders. Now, if you are like me, you hear just over 20 and think, wow, that's still a lot. But then that's come out and it's actually a 42% decline from last year. That's like your diet dropping by almost half. You're eating salad and kale, not fried dumplings. Maybe the country is on a health kick and the crime is just getting its own detox. But let's be real. 23 homicides in a week? That's still a lot of pain and loss. It's like going to a party and realizing half the people there are running late. Except in this, the late is a tragedy. It's a reminder that we still have a long road. But hey, at least we are moving in the right direction. Now, is it the police finally cracking down? Or maybe the criminals are just tired of the fuss? Perhaps. They have decided to take a vacation, maybe a little staycation in our neighborhood, or maybe, just maybe, they're realizing that crime pay, especially when the police are getting serious about their work. Or perhaps the criminals have a new motto. If you can't them, join them, or just stay home and watch Netflix. And you know what's interesting? Out of 19 police divisions, 16 are showing reductions in murders. That's almost everyone. It's like the police are finally learning how to work instead of each one doing their own thing. Maybe they're exchanging tips like, hey, I caught a bad guy in Clarendon. Try in St. Anne, or maybe they got tired of the endless paperwork, just decide to take a break from the madness. Either way, it's progress. But I have a question for the powers that be. How long will this trend last? Will it be sustained, or is it just a temporary dip? Because if it's temporary, then we are just on roller coaster, and nobody wants to be on a roller coaster that's going down. We want to go up again in safety, in security, and in peace. Now, on another story. Now shifting gear. Good news to a real life drama. A taxi operator named Carl Fowler Ellis was shot and killed near Kingston Public Hospital. That's right, folks. A dispute over a passenger turned into a shooting. Classic Jamaica, where an argument can turn into a scene from Hollywood action movie. I've been in my share of arguments. Usually I just threaten to tell your mother, and that's enough to make me back down. But these taxi drivers, they take this to a whole new level. You see, Fowler and another taxi driver got into an argument along Princess Street near North Street Primary School. I know how it is. You're just trying to make a living and someone starts punching you. Next thing, the other guy pulls out his gun. Now, I've always believed that carrying a firearm is a serious thing. Just about showing off or being big man. It's about responsibility. Because one wrong move and you could turn a pretty argument into a tragedy. And that's exactly what happened. The firearms a catalyst, turning what could have been a simple shouting into a scene straight out of a gangster movie. And you have to wonder what's going through these guys' heads. Are they thinking, you cut me off, now I'll shoot you? Or is it just adrenaline, like those old westerns where a gunshot solves everything? And let's be honest, folks, if you're a taxi driver in Kingston, your job already comes with enough stress. You're dodging potholes, trying to avoid the crazy traffic, and then you ask for a special route, and suddenly it's life or death? I mean, what's the deal? Do they carry guns just in case the meter runs out of change? Or maybe it's like a backup plan. If the fare's too high, you just shoot the driver? Nah, I'm joking, but honestly, it's crazy world out there. Now, I've got to say, this kind of thing reminder that we're all just one bad day away from losing it. 1 minute you're arguing over who is paying the fare, and the next someone's pulling out a piece. It's like the Jamaican version of Fast and Furious, but with more brass and less Hollywood glam. And the worst part, the guy who lost his life, Carlo Fowler Ellis, he was just doing his job, trying to make a living. That's the kind of tragedy that he's home, because at the end of the day, whether you're a taxi driver or a teacher or a doctor, we all want to go home safe and sound. And it makes you think, what are we teaching our kids? That if someone steps on your shoe, you pull out a gun, the violence is the answer? Or are we just living in a society where the only language understood is bang, bang? It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. But I hope someday we can turn this around. Maybe teach conflict resolution instead of conflict escalation. Or at least teach the taxi drivers to carry a peaceful horn instead. Now, moving on to the next story. And trust me, it's a doozy. We have got the local politicians, the police, the community leaders, all trying to spin this story. But it's like trying to untangle a ball of yarn that's been in the washing machine. So, the political scene in Jamaica right now, it's like a soap opera, but with fewer commercials and more. Every election cycle, they promise us the moon, better roads, more jobs, less crime, and then what happens? Same potholes, same crimes, same old song and dance. I remember last time they promised to in Kingston by Christmas. Christmas came and it looked like a war out there. Potholes so big, I swear I saw a family of ducks swimming in one. And the politicians, they are busy doing photo ops, smiling and shaking hands, promising things, but the only thing that growing is the potholes. And the police, they are out there doing their best, but it's like trying up a flood with a paper towel. You see them on the news talking about improved strategies, but all I see is more patrol cars parked in front of the same old spots. It's Groundhog Day. Wake up. same problems, same promises. But you know what really gets me? The politicians come out and say, we are tackling crime. And I think, yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe. And until I see a crime-free zone, it's like telling a kid, eat your vegetables and then sneak fries behind their back. And the people, we have got hope, but also a lot of skepticism. We are tired of promises that sound good but vanish faster than a Jamaican party at a picnic. The truth is, we want to see real change, not just talk, but walk the walk. So, here's little advice for the powers that be. Stop with the speeches and start with some real work. Fix the roads, clean up the crime. Maybe, just maybe, we'll start believing again. Because right now, it feels like we are all just passengers on a bus that's been driving in circles for too long. But you know what? Despite the madness, all the chaos, there's still hope. I've seen young people in Jamaica, bright, talented, full of energy, who want to make a difference. They're not waiting for the government to save them. They are out there creating change themselves. Last week, I met a group of young entrepreneurs in Montego Bay. They are starting small businesses, teaching each other tech skills, trying to build a better future. And that, my friend, is the real Jamaica, resilient, creative, and full of spirit. So yes, the headlines might be gloomy sometimes, but we have something special here. We have got the kind of fire that keeps us going even when the odds are against us. We have got the music, the culture, the vibe, all of which remind us that no matter what, we can, and that's worth fighting for. And hey, all else fails, at least we got good jerk chicken and reggae. And that's, my friends, is a universal remedy. Anyway, for today, thanks for listening. Keep your heads up. And remember, in Jamaica, even the chaos has a rhythm. Stay blessed, stay safe, and keep laughing. Have a good night.